to Real Estate Marketing Trailblazers. Today we're going to be talking something every seller and realtor completely overlook. And it could mean the difference between no offers and a buyer who falls in love with your home and pays top dollar. Most people take pictures of all the wrong things. Bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, a square room, a window, a closet, some blue curtains. Big whoop-dee-doo. Listen, nobody gets excited about that. Today we're going to talk about how to find the real golden features in your home, the things that actually make buyers say, wow, I need to go see this place. And now here's the 3 things you're going to learn in this video. Number 1 is how to find that piece of gold, all that gold, the golden features in your home. Most sellers and realtors look at things, the wrong things. I'll show you how to spot the features that truly matter, the one that makes your home stand out. Number 2, we're going to show you how to showcase these golden features in your photos, your video. We'll talk about which shots belong at the front, the cover of the book, and which you should skip, and how to make the listing feel exciting from the very first click or view. Number 3, how to present these golden features to every buyer who walks through the door. Buyers don't notice everything on their own. And you need to point out the features that create emotion, desire, and higher offers. You want them to fall in love. Welcome to the Real Estate Marketing Trailblazers. This is where we get to share with you the thousands of secrets of the top producers. So listen up. This is your $1 million lesson. These are the 3 steps that can change how fast your home sells and how much it sells for, or whether it expires. And here in the lower mainland of Vancouver, British Columbia, we're sitting with a 92% failure rate. Please let me move you into the top 1% of the top trailblazers, the producers, with listening to these secrets today. Okay, number 1. Sellers, realtors, think hard. When your friends come over, what do they always comment on? What do they love about your place? What makes you proud to show it off? These are your golden features. It might be the waterfall, the koi pond, the big tree with the eagle landing in it, the covered sun deck, the fire table, the organic garden, the apple trees, the curvy stone sidewalk, the raised flower beds, the view, sitting in the back easy chair looking at an amazing view of the ocean, whatever it might be. When people come to my open homes, I always ask them to sit in the chair. I give them a fancy coffee and say, please sit here just for 5 minutes, enjoy the view, enjoy the peace and quiet. That's your selling features. Now, the quiet backyard with the deer walking through it. Oh my gosh, when somebody sees a deer or even the ducks on the pond, that's worth thousands and thousands of dollars of emotional value. So, as you go through the house, maybe the double oven kitchen, the double dishwasher, whatever it is, these are things that make your home special. Now listen, when I'm talking special, why is your home different than the neighbors or anybody else? When you show these golden nuggets, how can we make the buyer say, I want that lifestyle? Harold, get over here. We got to see this home. Look at this amazing golden feature. Okay? So here's the mistake the listings make. Okay? They lead with the boring stuff. Honest to goodness. Bedrooms, blank rooms, offices that are so stinking boring. What are we really looking at? Curtains, closets. Folks, pretend you're writing a book and your photos and videos are the cover, and the first 10 pages should be nothing but wow, wow, wow. Not, boring, disappear. Okay? Like you're going to lose your client base if it's boring. So show buyers what life feels like in your home. Show them the hot tub at night with the lid open, the lights glowing, the barbecue sizzling. Show the buyers what life is like in your home. Show them the hot tub at night with the lid open, the lights on and glowing, a couple of wine glasses on the side. Ideally even throw in a couple of teenagers and have the waterfall running and the twinkly lights around it. Set this as a beautiful little movie scene. Wow, wouldn't I love to sit in that hot tub, okay? Show the barbecue sizzling. We're not talking the helicopter view here. We're talking right up close. Show the hamburgers sizzling, the cheese melting, just quickly. But you're selling the sizzle here, folks. The clients are even thinking they can smell the smell of that burger, okay? Now, maybe the koi pond. But not just a picture of the koi pond, you guys. Feed the koi. Have them come to the surface. Zoom in on that great big 5-pound red and white koi that looks so beautiful. Even if it's stock photographs, guys, you show the koi pond and then you show somebody else's koi. Like you're selling the amazing thing of being able to feed and enjoy the fish pond. Show the cozy chair on the sun deck with the view they'll fall in love with. One is just sitting and even rocking in the chair. And if that's not your client, go get a stock photo. But then show the view. Show them what they're looking at. Show the misty. If you've got a static photograph, today we can actually put in the mist over it. It's moving. The clouds are moving. It's like, wow. You're showing them the $1 million view, okay? Boy, oh boy, I think back of many different things that I've seen, oceanfront properties where you get one or two poor pictures looking out over the ocean, nothing of the sailboat sailing or whatever. So, that's selling the product. Actually, let me tell you a story. Actually, my very first year in real estate, 29 years old, and I'm selling one of the fanciest homes in town, and it's got a swimming pool. Now, for some people, swimming pool's a positive. Other people, it's a negative. How are we going to switch the script here? Well, they just happen to have some 10-year-old, 12-year-old kids. So I absolutely insisted that they bring their swimming trunks. So while I'm showing mom and dad the house, the kids are just having a gas in the pool. And when it came time to go, they both said, no, we're not leaving. We want 10 more minutes in the pool. And they said, we're not getting out of the pool unless you buy this house. Talk about a close. That's amazing. But they actually bought the home for absolute top dollar. I might have got an extra 15% value on the sale of this home because the children closed the sale. And I had them fall in love with a feature of the pool. Oh yeah, and here's another one. I sold a 10th floor apartment building that overlooked a very nice lake pond in Abbotsford, Mill Lake. And the client said this to me at the very beginning. These are friends, but they said, Bill, absolutely, you're asking what they want, the 20 questions. What do you guys want? We are never living in a condo. Don't show us any condos. And we don't want to live in the city of Abbotsford. We want to stay in Mission. Or don't even bother showing us those. Now, listen, as a good realtor, your job is to listen to your clients and find out what they need. But then I often ask them, say, how many homes you bought in the last 20 years? Well, none. Okay. So you know what you want because you have no experience buying anything for 20 years. Okay. How about this? Let me please, you've explained everything you need, and I have been in, it feels like, half the homes in these towns. I have sat in so many beautiful back door patios and gone, this is amazing, I could live here. So I have the experience of saying so many lifestyles that you have not seen. So will you allow me to show you something that is totally not what you said you wanted, but I am going by gut instinct that once you see it, you will love it, okay? So if I have to blindfold you, and we'll drive somewhere, which may be another city you don't want to go to, and up an elevator you didn't want to do, and then finally I'll show you the dream that I want to share with you. And they agreed. So now this property had a gorgeous view over the lake. Another golden feature, a gorgeous view over the lake. What's the best time to see that? At sunset. So I timed the showing right around sunset. It was just absolutely gorgeous. Now, secondly, I want the people to sit there and enjoy it for not 2 seconds, a 5-minute showing in and out and barely remember it. I really want them to enjoy it. I want to see some fishermen on the water catching a fish. I want to see some geese flying in and landing on the pond, or some swans or something. So what did I do? I actually got a full fancy meal for them. We had a 3-course dinner. We had some glasses of wine, and I asked the seller, and they agreed to allow me to host it. I didn't tell them. Well, I probably told them. I said, listen, we're going to have a little bit of food on the sun deck around your table, and I'll absolutely clean up. You won't notice I was even there, but I want the people to enjoy your view for a few good minutes, okay? So we're doing it at sunset, and they agreed. So there I am with my clients. We get out. Bill, I told you, I don't want a condo. I said, I know, but just bear with me. Just give me 5 minutes, see what you think. And I didn't want to go to Abbotsford, and they're giving me a hard time, but they're also good clients, good friends. So we get up there, and they walk through, and they're starting to warm up to it, and then I said, guess what? We got a dinner. So in comes my staff, and we set up the table is probably already set up. And we sit out there and we eat a nice, can't remember what it was, but a good dinner, who knows. Something very impressive. And within, let's just say 25 minutes, they have fallen in love with the lifestyle, you guys. I went from zero to hero. And boy, I sold that golden feature of sitting on the sun deck, overlooking a lake in sunset time in beautiful weather. Now, how many of you, when you do your listings, take a photograph or 2 or 3 of the lake? And how many times did it even include the sunset? And is it animated? Does it show the sun turning more colorful or anything like that, or birds flying by, or people fishing on the pond? No. Guys, our industry is pretty much reduced to picture number 1. Bedroom number 2 has a window, has a closet, has a bedspread on the bed, has some certain color of curtains. Big whoop-de-doo. There's 8 billion bedrooms in the world. To quite honest, they're all got a window, okay? Good gosh. Okay, so here we are. We found the major golden nugget, and it closed the sale, and they paid fair price. So if you're selling every photograph in your library, beep, beep, beep. Not so good. Okay, now let's talk about marketing this soon. Hold on, let's see what else I've got here. Okay, how are we going to search for these golden features? Once again, you're asking your friends to look at the features that make it your home unforgettable. And they're saying, oh, I just love your view out over the lake. So, finding all the features that in your home involve this. Walk the entire property. Listen, listen, listen. You, the seller, write down what your friends say. Write down why people come over and comment, wow, what a beautiful koi pond. What a nice set of neighbors you've got. What a nice walking pathway you have going by the house. Please, you need to dig for the gold, everybody. And realtors, please get out of your chair and go walk the entire property from edge to edge. And beyond that, if you're in more of a townhouse setting or inner city, go look at the actual park. Find the park. See who's playing there. Is it little kids? Is it joggers? People doing push-ups, doing exercise gym? What is it? What are the features of this neighborhood? And between you, the seller, and you, the realtor, you're digging for gold. Why are we any different than all the other 8 billion homes in the world, housing in the world? Okay, come on. Find the gold. Now, let's say you found it. Now, how are you going to market it? 2, 3 pictures of that view over the lake? Yeah. Is it got a sunset? This is a feature that you can animate. Go get a real video on it and talk about it. This is one amazing view over the lake, and you would absolutely enjoy living here and watching all the birds fly in, the geese and the ducks and the swans landing on the pond and the people catching fish, and show the fish and show the swans and show the beautiful water lilies, right? So that is taking your gold and shining it up, polishing it, putting on a nice ring, really making sure that diamond, that piece of gold glitters, okay? That's your job, is to market the features now, okay? So I highly use a lot of videos. I'm probably going to put a couple links here. Actually, let's go look at something right now. Let's just see what we can find. Okay, here I'm going to show you how I featured walking trails and nature on a home that I was selling in Abbotsford. It's a little over a half-acre lot, and the home is like 45 years old, and most people will spend a lot of money renovating it, but it's got some unique golden features. It's got walking trails, it's got a waterfall, it's got in the park, and it's got very tall trees around it, and it would encourage birds, etc. So what are we going to sell? This one's laden with just, I'm going to say, 15 extra features that make it all different than all the other homes in the neighborhood. It's just not a nice home on a square flat lot, okay, where you can see all your neighbors. This is private, it's treed, it's gorgeous, and we're going to really take advantage of some of these features. Now you can see this home at fbdi.com/Dawn, DAWN, putting it right on the screen. Go watch this video and look at the very bottom and see like 3,000 other people have watched this video in a few months. That's more than all of the buyers in the entire Lower Mainland for the time, okay? All the people that bought a home, more people than that have watched this video, okay? So let's have a quick peek. It starts off with an eagle, okay? The eagle screams and wakes the forest. Welcome to Sunrise Park. I have a 2,000 square foot home nestled in nature to show you. But first I want to explain why you will love living at Sunrise Park. Do you love nature walks and extra privacy, security? Let me introduce to you the greenest gated community I've seen in my 43 years of real estate. This exclusive 25-acre development has only 23 homes and nearly 13 acres of private park land, just for you and your neighbors. with about 1,000 mature trees, it truly feels like you're living inside your own forest. Imagine starting your day with a peaceful walk through 2 kilometers of windy forest trail. Now, first, you need a hat that fits in with nature. Well, for me, that's my Stetson. Look at this. Actual beaver pelt cowboy hat. Now listen to what I've all done here. First of all, I've already introduced maybe 15 unique features. We're gated, beautiful landscaping, all the trees, the park, the walking trails. Lots and lots of features going on here. That's just in the first 1 minute 26 seconds. Now, for me, for my style, and you obviously will have a different style, I chose to be very laid back. Today, the videos of the suit and the tie and the very professional look may suit you perfectly. For me, on this particular video, my client base, I believe, is going to be much more of a hiker, walker, will probably never wear a tie. And so look at the shirt I'm wearing. And the hat. Boy, oh boy, this is as easygoing a presentation as it can get, laid back. And now we're going to go for a walk. So here, I haven't even talked about the house yet. You know, people can see the size up top. They can see the bedrooms, right? They can see the address, and they can see the price. For today, I'll actually wear my wool toque or beanie. Now, you guys, this is so warm. You'll never go back if you get one of these. So let's start walking. Now, first, we'll pass. Now, by the way, I do have to point out, rather than just be a stoic presentation, or say you do a slideshow, a bunch of pictures going by, bedroom number 2, bedroom number 3, the walk-in closet, the laundry room, the utility room. Like, if you had any idea how many of your viewers have already clicked off, you lost 50, 70% of your viewership because of that. Whatever you can do to encourage longer readership. And as I said in this particular video, we got 3 things to show you. Finding the golden nuggets, marketing the golden nuggets, and reaching out and presenting them to the buyers and buyers agents, okay? So on this one here, I have learned if I do something like what you just saw here, I'm trying to get a giggle. A man wearing a wool beanie, what a silly idea. But people smile, and I've just earned another minute of retention. They're going to watch more of the video. So this is key, folks. Like, well, you do what, you know, you may have different style, and that's fine, but I'm just saying the goal here is not to produce a slideshow with music, which is not as entertaining as the silent movies in the 1920s. If you go watch a silent movie in the 1920s, Laurel and Hardy thump each other every 1 minute. You know, Batman goes boom, pow, pop. Every single second. Every single second there's action. And compare that to bedroom number 3 scrolling by. Are you kidding? Folks, the 1920 movies have more engagement. You need to pick up the pace here and actually earn your viewership. They click on it, they click away. You got nothing. The goal here is you're selling the people on the golden nuggets. You're making them want to own this home. Going, this is special. This is unique. I love it. I want that view over the lake. I want that swimming pool, or the kids do, right? I'm going to have to clean it. But you're trying to actually sell your product. We're not talking an income tax form where how big the hot water tank is and how old's the roof and all these little analytical steps for the left brain analytics of 1 + 1 = 2. No, we're trying to sell dreams. I love this home. It feels perfect for me and my family. I will love that view. I will love the waterfall, right? That's what we're selling. Anyhow, if you go watch this video, you'll see that it does show the kitchen, which quite honestly
has a nice eating.
The kitchen itself is like 45 years old and absolutely going to get renovated. It's old style, it looks clean, but nobody's going to jump out of their chair saying, Harold, look at this beautiful 45-year-old kitchen. I want to buy this home. That's not what's going to get the sale here, okay? But the backyard...
Live outdoors as much.
Now, who's got an outdoor patio like this with all the lights on it and all these trees and all these easy chairs and these beautiful stone steps? That just became 1 in 1,000 right there. That separated your home from the bedroom number 3, matching all other 8 billion bedrooms in the world. This goes on the cover of your book, not bedroom number 3. So hide those absolutely boring photographs and get into selling the golden features of your home. Actually, this is not bad. We should just watch it for a second.
Much as you live indoors, as you step out into your private patio, you're surrounded by nature, rhododendrons, all the mature shrubbery, and all of these trees. Such a private yard. Now, if you want to eat healthy, we've got raised flower garden beds here for your organic veggies. You can grow your own food right at home. And yes, there's plenty of parking with room for a full-size motorhome or 2, and even a space to put your shop in the future maybe. So listen, if you've been waiting for a truly private, nature-filled retreat inside a secure, gated community with the city convenience, then Sunrise Park is your next.
Okay, folks, you can see what I'm doing here. By the way, this is difficult to replicate as far as I know. The only one that allows a client to be able to click on anything, straight to the different elements here, right?
Reunion or wedding, the pond.
But you can make sure that
and stunning natural water. Live outdoors as much as you live.
If you're using YouTube, you can see these are all chapters on the bottom here. So each one of these allows people to jump ahead to the right spot. So however you're presenting this, a good interactive venue with hot menu buttons would be very, 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 very nice. But at least put chapters on your video if you're doing YouTube. Okay. By the way, this one got 920 movie views in 16 days and 35 showings and 8 offers in the slowest market in history. And it ended up selling for $101,000 over list, 8.4% over list. So that is what happens when you sell the dream. And people come here, they've watched the video 5-10 times already. They know way more about the neighborhood than their realtor will know. And they've already fallen in love with the golden nuggets in this home over any other listing they've seen. And they've driven an hour to get here and they're ready to buy it. Okay, so that's what we're trying to do here. Okay, now moving on. If we're talking about, we've already moved in how to market this home, and that is you need to put it into good format. Slideshow, yes, slideshow is okay. And here's a slideshow going through. Now, once again, we want to orient towards the unique features that can be pieces of gold that are going to help sell this home. So in this particular case, I did show off the 45-year-old kitchen, which, still looks okay, right? It looks good. And you can see some windows out the background. I wish these windows would have. In fact, this is a problem. These windows should have been enhanced so that these outside imagery is much greener and much higher contrast. So that's not the best job there. Anyhow, so here we're showing somebody's house. Does it have anybody jump out and say, boy, do I want this home? No. But on the slideshow, fine. We never did put a bunch of pictures of the actual trees itself and the fire, the waterfalls, etc. But the main feature for us was an actual video. This is why people came and looked at this. Okay, so right at the beginning.
Offers a true no-stairs living with 3 spacious bedrooms.
Okay. Anyhow, to market this, now that you've built out your media, whether it be videos or a slideshow with music, which, is very minimal, to an actual movie, and a narrated movie where you talk about the features. Folks, come on, you got to share the features. Tell them how good the diamond is, what quality, what clarity, why it's worth way more than another diamond. You have to share the benefits of your home. Now, how do you communicate that to the realtor? Number 3, phase. How are we actually communicating this to the realtor and the buyer? So for me, myself, I've done 1,100 videos for real estate, and when a buyer's agent calls, the very first question I ask is, have you seen the multimedia video yet? And in most cases, their buyer has seen it. They've already watched it 5 or 10 times, and the realtor's now calling to set up the appointment. Perfect. But if by chance they haven't, I'm going, please, as a condition of a showing here, please have your client watch the video and make sure it's a good fit. So in some cases, buyers come and say, oh, I need more space for parking my vehicles. Not going to work. You just wasted a showing. So every showing, you have a choice on your showings. For most agents, like 98% of all showings in our area, are you ask the agent to show the home, and they text you back to say, keys on the back door and bring me an offer. That's their level of marketing. For me, I'm telling you, if you've got gold to share with the client, you just can't count on the absolute minimal amount of words you're allowed on the MLS system, which is right here. These are all the roughly 780 words you're allowed to put on your MLS. Right here, that's it. That's all the MLS system allows. But if you are marketing this, you can now, if you have your own web page, you can write in a lot more words. You can go 2,000 words. Sell the dream. Gated community with only 13 acres of parkland. Just on and on and on. Just talk away. Explain all the features. The greenest subdivision in the entire Lower Mainland. Okay, so whatever you're selling, you can go well beyond the very tight format the MLS offers. Okay, number 2 is talk to the agent. So most agents today, our world has changed a lot. I'm old school. I like to shake people's hands. I like to look you in the eye. I like to talk to you. And out of that, the 20 questions. Why are we doing this? What's your goal? What do you want to buy? How many dogs do you have? Do you have a boat to park? Do you have a motorhome? Do you got family that wants to live with you? What are the at least 20 questions so I can understand your needs? So when the buyer agent calls, says, yeah, my client would like to see this home. We'd like to show it at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Remember the energy level to set up this home for showing. We got 5 people in the house. Everybody's got to leave. We've got 2 dogs. There's dog hair everywhere. It takes 4 hours to set it up, get everything clean. Holy crackers. So qualify the buyer. And the question might, as I say, have they had a chance to watch the video? And the answer is usually yes. And they love it and they really want to see it. Bingo. They've already learned most of the golden features. But the agent hasn't. He's just taking the order. Let's go look at it on Tuesday. Okay? So now you're begging for the agent to also watch the video. And in most cases, they'll agree. Okay? So, you explain it. It's the informational video. It'll help you a lot in understanding the showing. And it'll really encourage your buyer to want to buy the home. And for me, I always have, in 43 years, I learned 43 years ago in a horrible recession, that I had to provide a selling bonus to my buyer's agents. So I'm telling them, listen, I'm paying you an extra $5,000 of a bonus. Please watch the video. And in virtually all cases, they will. Okay? So that's your marketing right there. Now, secondly is, this is your chance to actually explain some of the features. So listen to this very property in itself. In fact, this is pretty amazing. This home here, let's get back to the beginning here. This home here is got a 13-acre park. I find that most realtors that show home will look out the back door, especially if it's raining and they don't have their shoes, they've already taken them off. They look out the back window and they look at the backyard from the perspective just the back door. Okay, they're looking out the window, or maybe they open the door, but it's wet to walk out. They don't have their shoes. They're not going to make the walk. So in this one, of all the buyers that have bought in this subdivision, and right now it's 23 homes, 25 homes times, let's say, 3 owners per home, so 75 buyers. Guess how many of them walked the park before they bought it that were not my clients? I'm going to say close to 0. So for all of my buyers and the showings on the property, I need them to experience the biggest golden nugget in the entire Lower Mainland, this beautiful 13-acre park with waterfalls, benches, walking trails, little caves, basketball hoops, whatever. I need them to see that. And as I interview the buyers that have bought, that have not been through me and not listed with another agent, and I've said, did you know that you own this park? You have ownership of this park? And all of them answered no. I said, did you actually walk the park before you bought the home? And all of them said no. Kind of holy crackers. So listen to this, guys. The biggest golden nugget on this particular property was completely missed by all the buyers. And let's say most of the buyers, when introduced to the property, looked out the back door and assumed that's all there is. They had no idea there was a park to walk. Okay? So how do you market that? What I did on this particular one, and I went the extra mile on this one, said, okay, I will pay a $2,000 bonus to the buyer for his legal fees or whatever if they walk this trail and collect the survivor clues or the amazing race clues, okay? So I stuck out about 8 keywords along the trail, on the picnic table, by the waterfall, in a cave, along the walking trail, on a bridge, whatever it was. And as they walk around the trail and they collect the words that say Sunrise Park, can't remember the name of the keyword, but anyhow, bottom line, if they can come up with the word forest, whatever it was, they won $2,000 off of their sale price, purchase price. Folks, it was a really good marketing thing, and it did encourage a lot of people to walk the trail. So I will say, out of 45 years this home has been sold, these homes have been sold, that 0 buyers have walked the trails until my, whatever it was, 35 showings, where the majority of them would have walked the trail. Now that's selling your golden features. So guess what? The price on this one went up $200,000 with 8 offers. And we're talking in the slowest market in history in our lower mainland here. I still managed to pull 920 movie views, where roughly 200 people would have bought a home that week. And I got 8 offers, which I can't imagine anybody got 8 counter offers out of the entire lower mainland for that week. And it went over price by 101. And the interesting thing, the buyer that actually bought it offered 100 below list, then came up to full price, and then went 100 over. So you have to sell the dream. And if you have competing offers, the price will end up being a fair price, not a discounted price because you only got 1 offer. My own personal rule is I never sell a home ever with 1 offer, because it is the 100,000 below value, or below market, or below listing, and there's no incentive to come up. But when there's offer number 2, 3, 4, 5 that are higher, that is your very best buyer, is the one that usually makes the first offer. They want it the most, and they will now pay fair price because they see that 3 or 4 other people will pay more money. That's simple. So bottom line is, that's a whole other subject. List high, get no buyers. Get 1 offer, have to take discount price. Or list right on the money, or even slightly low, get all the buyers, get everybody to love all the golden features, and then raise your price, have competing offers to raise your price up to what's the fair value. Okay? 2 different ways to market. This last one I talk about is roughly 2% of the market. If you want to be the trailblazer in your own community, or the leader, this puts you in the top 2% right here, this very attitude right now. Be committed to do the best to put the most money in your client's pocket. Okay. I think that about summarizes it. It's fun talking to you. This turned out to be a lot longer than I wanted, but that's why we have menu bars to click you through. So listen, if you've enjoyed this secrets, and where these secrets come from, I, Bill Coughlin, built out the company Most Referred, one of the very first online real estate companies in North America. And I went around and interviewed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of the top agents throughout North America that had joined my company. And there I listened to all of their top secrets, and I bring you the secrets of the very top producers in North America that have been an open book to share with me, so that you're learning not just what I do, but what they've taught me. Okay, their secrets. So, like to see you subscribe, put on notification. I'm trying to do 1,000 secrets here over the next probably year. And we want you to be in the top in production and in service. Let's say service is more important than production. But you go to sleep at night going, I did a very good job for these clients, and I know I put more money in their pocket, I achieved their dreams. That all comes from finding the gold and showing it off, shining it up, and making sure everybody sees the gold, the value. All those extra features. Please, don't do bedroom number 2. in a slideshow. Bedroom number 3 in a slideshow. Come on, guys. Let's do better than that. Thank you. Bye-bye for now. Welcome to the Real Estate Marketing Trailblazers. This is where we get to share with you the thousands of secrets of the top producers. So listen up. This is your $1 million lesson.